What if I told you that this book is Poison Ivy in her own fairy tale world? Let's talk about that in this video. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're doing a review for Poison Ivy Annual Number One from 2025. This is a new book from DC Comics. Now, normally, I'm actually behind on my Poison Ivy reads, but these annuals, I've learned that they have been very good at being standalone stories, and this one is definitely no different, which is why I went ahead and read it. And it's really a cool story. It's really like a fairy tale, a tale of mythology. So let's talk about who is involved in this book. This is written by G. Willow Wilson, who is the current writer on this Poison Ivy series. Now, remember and cast your minds back to the beginning of that Poison Ivy series. It was supposed to be a mini series, and now we are here in an annual. We've had plenty of volumes of this, so very excited to kind of keep on with that trend. And also, I don't know, this might be the longest Poison Ivy series in DC history. Let me know in the comments. This is art by Mark Buckingham with colors by Lee Lowridge, Tom Napolitano on letters, with a beautiful cover that you can see in the screen by Jessica Fong. We'll take a look at the other variant cover later on in the video. In this book, A Tale of Times Past, no matter what Pamela Isley does, mercy or slaughter, humanity seems dead set on betraying the earth. Yet Ivy still refuses to let go of her own humanity in a service of what she claims to love. Hoping to discover a way forward, Poison Ivy sets out to find the living repository of all secrets, the tree of knowledge. But like those who have tasted the tree's fruit before her, Ivy learns far more than she bargained for. Yeah, it's a very straightforward premise. So I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but we do have Poison Ivy goes looking for this tree, and she finds it. But that's really not the crux of the book. The crux of the book is what she learns from tasting the fruit, and it really just it's all told in this very interesting fairy tale type of kind of style. I think that's why Mark Buckingham is the perfect artist for this, because his art is very reminiscent of like these illustrations from fairy tales. I mean, Jessica Fong really does a good job also capturing those feelings in this main cover. I'm very excited to go to the shop and pick some of these out. But this was great. Like I said, I'm not current on Poison Ivy. I didn't miss a beat. I know the struggle that Pamela is always kind of going through being Poison Ivy. Now that she has her connection to the green and her powers have evolved a little bit more, I think G. Willow Wilson has really just honed in on what this character is all about, what makes her interesting, and kind of the twists and turns, and just adding a lot more to her mythology. So everything works very well together. You have this really beautiful, picturesque art, right? It really feels like you're just kind of going through this beautiful book telling the story, and it may feel like a story that you already know, that you're familiar with, but it has that really cool Poison Ivy twist that, of course, the main character in our tale is a little bit of an avatar for Pamela herself. But yeah, it is a tale as old as time. There's evil people in this world, and there will be betrayal and secrets, and sometimes broken promises. But that all that here is told within these few pages. Annuals are a little bit longer. This one, I believe, is 40 pages with everything, including everything, cover and credits and all that. But they really take advantage. Like the team really takes advantage of the extra few pages to really bring you a fun story, a really cool narrative. It pays very well. I could like once I started going, like I really felt like I needed to get to the end of the book because I had to find out what was going on. But yeah, at every twist and turn, there's some really haunting imagery. There's some really beautiful stuff as well because it is a Poison Ivy book. Like the fact that she's connected with nature in the way that she is really brings a lot to the book. So highly recommend you check this out. Even if you're not reading the Poison Ivy book, this is a great standalone thing just to check out on New Comic Book Day. So if you are going to your shop today, make sure to ask for this Poison Ivy annual. And then I also recommend you go back and check in on the Poison Ivy series by G. Willow Wilson and a team of fantastic artists all throughout the different arcs. So let's go take a look at the other cover. As I mentioned, we have this Jessica Fong cover, and then we only really have one other cover by Seb McKinnon. It's also very picturesque, very painterly, very beautiful. This one really tells you a little bit more, kind of about what the story is all about in the that Pamela learns. So it's great stuff. I really love this one as well. So hopefully I can find this one at my shop because DC's been very good about for any variant covers. You get the variant cover on the cardstock, and then you get the regular cover on the inside of the book. So that's why they cost an extra dollar. Usually when it's a cardstock cover, because you're getting kind of both things. It's really just the regular book wrapped up in a variant cover. Unlike some of the other publishers, which their variant covers don't have the original cover. It's just like a completely different book. So, but we're not here to talk about how comic books are made. Although that might be a fun topic, we'll save that for a different day. But if you have read this book, let me know. What did you think of the Poison Ivy Annual? Uh, what other characters would you like to see in this kind of fairy tale type of style, where it's a classic tale from any of the fairy tales that you might be familiar with, but with a bit of a different twist and turn, maybe wrapped around a character. Also, if stick around, we have a lot more comic reviews because there's a lot of stuff coming out this week. And if you haven't yet, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.